Greetings, everybody. This is Craig Betts coming to you from Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Thompsontown, Pennsylvania. I've been wanting to make a video for quite some time now. Just wanted to show all of you this organ that I play every Sunday. And if Mike, my son, is videoing for me, if you can just pan over just to the side here, you can see here. This is an Allen. This was installed in the church in 1974. It is a custom 2-manual. I believe it was one of their first digital organs. I am not the expert. I have lots of friends on the organ forum who are, and they can correct me if I'm wrong. But I wanted to show you this wonderful instrument that I get to play on every Sunday. I'll just show you a couple things here. As you can see, we've only got 2 manuals. We've got the grade and the swell. But for a 1974 custom 2-manual, I think this organ is very well equipped. You might not be able to see it, but on the pedals, in the pedal ranks here, I've got the 32-foot contra board, and then I've got the principal and all these other nice stops. But this one has a grade to pedal that's an 8-foot, a grade to pedal that's a 4, a swell to pedal that's 8, and a swell to pedal that's 4 as well. And something odd in this organ, you won't be able to see this, but the chimes are actually in the pedal stops, which I think might have been an afterthought. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but you can hear those chimes. They're up in the up in the chamber up there. If you can see up at the top in there, the chamber. That's where a majority of the speakers are, and so that's where the chimes are back up in there. They are not adjustable as far as volume. Interesting thing. The chimes are actually around the other side upstairs in the crawl space, and then there's a door on the inside of the chamber. I had to actually go in and open the door because the chimes were not loud enough. So now the chimes are a little bit louder and you can hear them. So at any rate, back to the organ. On the swell manual, we have actually 3 Celestes, which I really like a lot. Some of the Allens did not have actual Celestes on them. Of course, it's my understanding that Celestes are analog. I have a Vox Celeste 2, I have a Flute Celeste 2, and I also have a Gamba Celeste on this one as well, which is really nice. The Celestes, there's the box and the flute together. If I add the gamba, get a little more volume. So I have a nice Celeste down there, which I really like a lot. This one also has something interesting I've never seen before. It has a flute tremolo. There's a regular tremolo. If you're playing any of your combinations, you can play. Tremolo actually doesn't work, but the flute tremolo, if you have any of your flutes on, you can definitely hear this. This is so different. I've never seen this before. You can hear it rev up and then slows down. So there must be some kind of a rotating speaker in there. That's all I know to hear that do that. So, but I thought that was kind of interesting. And then of course there's a swell to swell 16 and a swell to swell 4 on that level. And then you can't see over here, but on the grate we have all the standard stops on here. But one thing again that I love about this instrument is that I have not just a swell to grate coupler that's an 8-foot, I also have a swell to grate coupler that's 4, and then I have one that's also 16. So I thought for this age of an organ that was quite unusual to have that. But at any rate, again, I just love playing on this organ. I'll play a little bit for you just so you can get an idea of what this sounds like with some of the different combinations that I have. I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination on good registration, but my ears tell me what sounds halfway decent. So a little bit of something here. So that's something I would use if I was playing, a solo stop, whatever. When I do a congregational stop, I usually don't play extremely loud. You can't see the sanctuary. Well, actually, Mike, I pan around. You can see the sanctuary here, guys. It's not real huge. We could probably sit about 220, 200 people, maybe, I'm going to say. Unfortunately and sadly, this congregation is elderly, and we don't have very many people coming. I'm lucky if I'm playing to a congregation of maybe 25 or 30 people on a Sunday. But at any rate, you can see the sanctuary is beautiful, and the acoustics in here are wonderful. I think that is what makes this organ sound as good as it does, is because the acoustics in here are so nice. But congregational stops, if I'm playing, I don't go too much louder than that on a service, just because it would drown out, you would never hear anybody singing. But that being said, I like organs that are loud and powerful, and this organ certainly can do that. You can't see it over here, but we do have the card reader, and I've got a ton of cards here, and I do play with that. I've actually used it, so sometimes I will add some extra oomph in it depending on what we want to do. But I'll play for you now. This is a piece that I wrote. Actually, I wrote this. This is the processional that we used in our wedding almost 25 years ago. I wrote the processional myself because I was so tired of the traditional one that we all know and love. Got tired of that one. I was like, no, we're not doing that one. So I decided to do one of my own, and I'm going to play that for you now, and I'll try to, at the end, we'll have the organ pretty much full open up so you can hear what it sounds like. For this one. And I don't have a name. Actually, I do. I called this Holly's Processional because my wife's name was Holly. So that was what I titled the song. So here's Holly's Processional for you. See, we got a nice instrument here, and I just thoroughly love it, and I wanted to share it with you. So I hope that you will enjoy what you've heard here today. I'm going to close out with one more piece of music, and I'm going to ask Mike, and he's going to take the camera, and I'm going to have him go down into the sanctuary so you can hear what the organ sounds like from the back where people are actually sitting. So I'll begin that for you.